challenge to this, to the election of the first respondent? Is that correct? Is the issue of two differing Form 37Cs. Yes?
Come up again.
In paragraph 16, the first issue that you are addressing in your petition is that there were two differing Form 37Cs arising out of this election. It's actually subtitled 16A is two differing Form 37Cs. Is that right?
Your Honor, according to my petition, it's under paragraph 15, not 16. It's paragraph 15.
Are you looking at your witness statement or the petition? I'm looking at the amended petition, sir.
Yeah.
Paragraph 16 of your
Paragraph
petition.
16. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, in that respect,
So paragraph 16.
16. 16. In that respect, and I'll go directly to the candidate in whose favor this petition has been filed. In the first Form 37C, how many votes did Mr. Walter Osebe Nyambati garner? In the first Form 37C. Please look directly to page 9, I believe. Go to page 9 of your petition. You have a table on page 9. Can you see it? Paragraph 21 to be specific.
Yes, I do.
All right. What does the candidate number 26 on that table, Walter Osebe Enoch Nyambati, have?
Your Honor, we have 49,339.
Read the number again.
49,339.
What about candidate number 21 on that table, Nyaribo Amos Kimomi?
Nyaribo has 81,980.
81,980. Then on paragraph 22, you set out the results from the so-called second Form 37C, yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on that one, please tell this court again what votes, in fact, let me ask it this way. Confirm to the court that in the second Form 37C, the votes for Mr. Osebe Walter Enoch Nyambati are the same as those in the first Form 37. You can see that on page 10, right at the top.
Yeah,
That is it. And what about those of Mr. Nyaribo Amos Kimomi on page 9, number 6? Confirm that even those are the same.
I confirm.
Mr. Yera, between Form 37, the first one, and the second one, as we've itemized them, do the votes of any candidate change? The votes garnered by any of the candidates for the gubernatorial race, do they change?
The votes don't change. Yes.
In fact, Mr. Ayera, please confirm that the difference between the first Form 37C and the second Form 37C is only in the total number of people who turned out to vote.
Your Honor, I confirm the difference between the 237 the first one, the second one, is the voter turnout.
May I proceed, Mama?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Yera, in your bringing out this issue of the two forms, did you ever try to tally the totals of the various candidates to see which of those totals was correct? If you just take the individual candidates who you've told us their votes are the same in both forms, did you tally to see which is the correct total?
That's according to 37's.
We're on 37C. I'm just looking at the two tables. I'm not going anywhere
The
else.
first one or the second one?
Both. I'm asking you, did you ever take the totals of the candidates and come to a total to see which of these two forms has the right total number of votes garnered, or people who turned out to vote?
Yes.
Which one did?
The second.
The second. And you have averred that the RO relied on the first one to declare the votes, to declare the winner.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Were you present when the declaration was made?
Are you there?
I was not present.
You were not present at the time. Have you indicated in your petition or in your affidavit the source of that averment, that the RO relied on the first and not the second form? Have you indicated it anywhere in your petition or your affidavit?
Your Honor, I've not indicated, but it's indicated.
You have not indicated in your affidavit or the petition, is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. That was my question. Was either of these forms sent to you personally?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Yera, is there any evidence that the existence of these two forms impacted or affected the results of the winner and those of the person who came second? Is there any evidence that the existence of these two forms affected the winner and whoever came second?
According to the two forms, there is, because the two forms have different voter turnout.
I'll take your answer as you've given it. That's your assertion. There are different voter turnouts. So in your estimation, that affected the winner and the second person?
Yes.
Again, in your petition, you have stated that if you take the voter turnout difference between the first Form 37 and the second, is a margin of 27,377. Is that what you've stated?
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's the difference between the winner and the second, the runner-up, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it your testimony before this court that those votes were somehow stolen from Mr. Walter Nyambati?
That's not correct, Your Honor.
That's not correct. Were they stolen from any other candidate? This difference, because you said this difference could have affected and could account for the margin. If you want, I can read the exact paragraph.
They might have
They might have.
affected the winner or the other candidates, because we don't know the turnout of the second and the first 7 seats, the correct voter turnout. Because the correct voter turnout will determine how many people voted in the county, so that we can know what the winner got and the second runner and other candidates.
So the votes were not taken from Mr. Sebe, we don't know where they were taken from, but that margin, that difference, we can't explain it. But yet you confirm to the court that the votes allocated to each candidate are the same in both forms.
That's correct.
Let's talk about the issue of alterations of Form 37A. That's another issue that you've raised, yes?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, let's discuss it. And in this regard, you have highlighted various instances where those forms had alterations. To the best of your understanding, and I appreciate you're not a lawyer, so I will not ask you for legal interpretation, but to the best of your understanding, of an alteration in Form 37A by itself illegal, or is it the manner of the alterations that you're saying illegal? In effect, should Form 37A not have an alteration whatsoever?
Your Honor, Form 37A can have an alteration, but someone who has altered it needs to sign after the alteration.
Thank you. So the alterations are okay, but they must be countersigned.
That's fair.
It is your testimony again in your petition that these alterations were with an ulterior motive to manipulate the elections in favor of the first respondent. Yes?
That's fair.
What I didn't see in your petition, and which I would want you to elaborate slightly, in what respect do you hold that the alterations were done to favor the first respondent?